Hello everyone, welcome to 3D Studies. This is Arya. Let's begin. As I promised you, the solution chapter, right? So this chapter is gonna contain a lot of your class 11th physical chemistry topics too. We will be covering each of them. And listen, one thing: not physical chemistry is not all about formula learning, right? It's all about applications and concept building. We will be having an eye upon that also. So let's move into the topic, that is your solution, right? So before starting with the chapter solution, we will be having in 12th only, right? We are not learning 11th, right? In 12th only, we will be having a lot of 11th topics. So let's start with concentration terms, right? So we will be having the first topic of this chapter is concentration term. You would say, ma'am, why are you lying? There in my NCRT there is a I would say the box is given of types of solution with the introduction of solution. I'll give the intro of the solution, but listen, the types of solution you can refer to this video, as I have cleared a lot of, I would say, not all types of solution in this. And basically in that box, not moreover important things is given. What is given is types of solution means gaseous, solid and liquid. And when we are taking solvent as gaseous or liquid or I would say solid, and when we came up with the solute regarding with the solvent, we'll be having a mixture of solution. So in this para, it's only the examples is given, so no more important, but you can have an eye on for it, right? Now here's we're gonna put the topic, that is your concentration terms. Before starting of concentration term, ma'am, what does the solution mean? Why my chapter name is only solution, not anything else? See, solution we all know is meant to be a mixture, right? We all know solution is a mixture. So what happened when we think about yes, this is a mixture, we came across a lot of thinking behind, right? Mixing of one thing with another gonna form something of solution, right? And when one of the best example from all of it is a sweet drink we often prepare during when our mother is not over home, right? What we usually do it, we take a glass full of water and then a sugar, and we just put it into it and mix it out, and we prepare a sweet drink for in the summers, right? Basically nowadays. So that's also a, I would say, kind of mixture. So in the mixture or the solution, the basic terms that is required and known to us are two things. That is your solute and your solvent. Right? Basically, these two terms are only important. Ma'am, what are these terms? I'm not able to understand. See, what happened is, whenever we talk about mixtures, it is not always important that we are gonna take both of the two mixtures, because mixtures contain two or more quantity of things, right? So whenever we talk about the mixtures, we talk of the things, and it is not important we are gonna have only I would say all over the equal quantity of mixtures, right? We have more than I would say more quantity of another mixture or less quantity of another mixture. So what happened is, when we talk about the mixture, there contains two or more than things, but here we will focus upon two things, that is the solute and solvent. So whenever we prepare a mixture, like this is a water with a high quantity, and this is a particle of sugars which we are going to mix it all for preparing our sweet drink, right? Or you can use the glucose also for that, right? For energy drink. So we will put the particles of, I would say, sugar in the water. So the particles you will put it is in the small quantity, right? You can clearly see it about that. तो what happened है, जो भी चीजें small quantities में होती है, right? Whatever the things are in small quantity, that refers to your as solute, right? And what meant with solvent, that is in the higher quality, right? Quantity, right? So that's all about the mixture that's contained about your solute and solvent. Before starting off concentration term, we will be having first concentration term is as, I hope you understand this. It's nice, right? Not more than that. We will be having a eye on molarity, right? One of the easiest topics from class 11th. Whoever is gonna have the best ever 11th, they will be knowing it. Ki, wow, what an amazing topic it is, right? And even easiest one. Well, apart from that, let's move into the topic with the molarity, right? So let's begin it with the term that was your molarity. Ma'am, what do you meant by molarity? So it's so simple for all of us to remember. It's simple, the ratio, right? So it's the ratio of moles in 1 liter of solution, right? No need of revising whole of the definition. Let's only have an intro of the definition and the formula, right? And when it is necessary for having an eye upon the definition, I'll be providing it, right? What is the molarity? Moles, whenever it's for the ratio of moles in 1 liter of solution. So how molarity is denoted? It is denoted by capital M is equals to number of moles, right? Number of moles in 1 liter of solution. That is your volume, right? So this is the formula for your I would similarity. Before moving into the topic, clear one thing to you. That is, ma'am, what is where we will denote. I would say how we will denote solute and solvent. We were dealing with starting the chapter. So that would be solute. I will be preferring with B, and solvent I will be preferring with A. So solvent is higher, solute is less. That is why, right? So remember these two things. So, ma'am, is it enough to remember this? No, it is not enough because here's something missing. That, ma'am, number of moles of what? Your solute or solvent? So, it's so simple that your molarity is equals to number of moles of B. Ma'am, what does this denote? This denote moles of your solute, not solvent, right? Upon volume in liter, right? So, this is the formula for your molarity. Or you all know, you have learned in 11th also, for finding the number of moles we refer to the mass upon molar mass. So we can also have one more formula for MB, that is W of B, that is a mass of B, weight of B, or you can refer it to as a mass of B upon, I would say, molar mass of B into 1 upon volume. So this is one more formula for your molarity, right? I hope so you are clear with it, right? I hope so you're clear with it. One more thing, if you are keeping this in liter, put it like that. If you are keeping it in the milliliter, so how you're gonna write that? You're gonna write it NB upon volume in ml, and you will be multiplying it by 1000 in the numerator. Remember it, 1 liter is 1000 ml and 1 ml is a 1 centimeter cube. So these two things, right? Whoever don't know, write it, because many from us are have had a confusion regarding remembering of kitne liter mein kitna ml and how much centimeter cube gonna have the 1 liter of volume, right? So I hope so you're clear with it. And yes, their terms come as formality, right? Formality का भी एक term आता है. तो whenever your solution is of ionic solution, right? जब भी we are gonna deal with the ionic solution, we are gonna prefer molarity as formality. How are we gonna prefer it? Formality. And ma'am, what does then change in this? Simple, the change is it works simply in ionic solids. ठीक है? And what the formula then goes for formality? That is equals to your weight of B upon molar mass. Here we take, and here we take F of B into 1 upon volume. So this is the formula for your formality, as simple as that, right? So कुछ चीजें थी, I would be saying that as important for your molarity, right? Now let's move into with the second, that is your molality, right? It is denoted by capital M, that is your molarity. And now we're going to put our eye upon molarity, right? Molality, right? Now we're going to put our eye upon, फटाफट देखते हैं, that is your molality. Okay, that is denoted by small m. Now what is this? Moles of solute in 1 kg of solvent, right? What is the molality? Moles of solute in 1 kg of, okay, it's 1 kg of solvent, W by A. right? So this is your molality. Now, one thing that is important, you might can remember it, that mass is equals to volume into density. Remember it. It would be helpful whenever you are gonna have the I would say density in the question. You're gonna provide this while having the volume and the mass, right? So this is very important. Mass is equals to volume into density, and that's all for your molality, right? I'm not putting more over efforts on this topic because it's a very simple topic you have already learned in the 11th. And yes, the formula is important all over, and not only formula, these things is very important, right? So when it is not given it कि ये आपका particularly molality is, you're not gonna use your concept, your brain using this and form of your topic whichever is needed, right? Now have the third topic of the concentration term. You can write it if you wanted to write, and it is gonna be your mole fraction, right? The interesting topic is gonna come it, right? What is a mole fraction? Okay, mix it all. What is ma'am mole fraction? Basically, how first thing is how mole fraction is denoted. It is denoted by x or chi, right? It is denoted by x or chi. You would be having an I whenever you will reach a good quality of books. Not in NCERT all over, I could say, but moreover, good books, you will, whenever reach it, you will find mole fraction written as chi, not the x, right? So they both means a same, right? Now, ma'am, what is a mole fraction? Basically, mole fraction is a ratio of number of moles of that compound to the total number of moles. Ma'am, I didn't understand yet now. Okay, so let me tell you what is x, right? What is mole fraction? First thing is, whenever we are going to talk about mole fraction, first thing when it needs to be come in your mind is, ma'am, what is a solution? Is your solution is binary or not? Right? Ma'am, what is binary solution? Like you have the container, and I would say this is a binary solution. Ma'am, what do you meant by binary solution? Right? So binary solution is a mixture of two things, right? We were dealing with. So if I ask you in this, there is a two mixtures, or this is a mixture of two compound, that is A and B, and I ask you, please tell me the mole fraction of A. How are you gonna write it? It's so simple, ratio of number of moles of that compound. So जिसका भी पूछा है उसके number of moles upon total number of moles. Total number of moles किसके होंगे? N of AK plus N of BK. So this is the, I would say, mole fraction for your A, which is asked. If I ask you for B, keep it B over here. Upside it would be B or A. Yes, that would be okay. It's A. What I'm doing it. Right. Just KB, right? Clearly it is written mole fraction is a ratio of number of moles of that compound. Whoever is asked, right? Here it is, I'm asking for XA, right? For A compound, I'm asking what would be your mole fraction. You will directly gonna put the number of moles of A upon the total moles of the solution. It seems very easy while learning the concept, but when it comes to the question, it really enhances a lot, right? So if I ask for B, it would be same. And one thing, remember that if your solution is a binary, it keeps across the addition, I would say. Addition of XA plus XB gonna give you is equals to 1. So this is also important for tertiary, right? If there is a 3 compound solution, you would be having XA plus XB plus XC and is equals to 1, right? So I hope you're clear with what is meant with your mole fraction, right? Two things that is important. Mole fraction का मैम कुछ ना कुछ यूनिट होता है. No, mole fraction is a unitless, and one thing is also important. Your mole fraction, whatever the ratio is of your mole fraction, it similar goes with whenever you deal with the ratio of mole fraction of the two compounds. Here you could have the XB, and here I could have the XB, that is N of B upon N of A plus N of B. And if I divide both of them, right? what will be cut off? This and this. You would get n of A upon n of B. So I would directly say, right, upon writing on the conclusion, that ratio of your mole fraction is directly equal to the ratio of your moles. This is again super important, right? Whatever is the important thing I'm gonna tell you, right? So that's all for your mole fraction. I hope you understand. If you wanted to write, you can write it. I'm gonna have a pause. And now let's move into more of our topics. Now we're gonna have the same. We're gonna put our ion percentage, right? And we will be having mass percentage, weight percentage, volume percentage, volume and mass percentage, and I hope this is clear, right? Moreover, if it will be there, I'll be telling you, right? So let's begin with the percentage number one. That is your, I would say, mass percentage. Mass percentage. Ma'am, what is this mass or the weight percentage? Basically, it's again the mass of solute. It's the mass of solute if in grams, right? In grams. Remember it, if the solution is 100 gram. It is so important to have an eye. If it is a mass of solute. Mass of solute is if the mass of the solute is in gram, and mass of solute is in gram, and if the mass of the solution is 100 gram, then it is said to be that yes, it is we are going to talk about the mass percentage, right? So how it is denoted? W by W percentage of M by M, that is your mass by mass percentage. You should know that mass is equals to weight, right? Both meant same. So what is that? Mass of solute, W of B, right? I told you solute is denoted by B, and mass of solution and total mass of solution would be WA plus WB, right? So that is the formula for your W by W percentage, which meant with the mass percentage, right? I hope so you understand. One thing that we are missing over here is multiplication by 100. It's written as mass of the solution when it is 100 gram. So that is the formula for your mass percentage, right? And yes, before moving to the volume percentage, there is a good relation I would wanted to discuss with you, that relation between your molarity, mass percentage, density. So what is the relation between them, ma'am? It is that is equals to M is equals to, okay, sorry for the confusion. M is equals to mass percentage by mass into D into 10 upon M of B. This formula is very important, and I also myself learned this formula. That is M is equals to M refers to your yes, that is your molarity. Molarity is equals to percentage by mass into density into 10 upon n M of B. What is, ma'am, M of B? M of B is the molar mass of your solute, right? What is molar mass of your solute? Repeat with me, right? So that is the relation between your molarity, mass percentage, and your density. Now we're gonna have to look upon the volume percentage, right? If you wanted to write, and yes, let's jump with the volume percentage, right? And it's similar as we have learned it. Volume percentage is volume of solute if the volume of solution is 100 gram. What is, ma'am, volume percentage? Volume percentage is the volume of solute if the volume of the solution is 100 gram. Ma'am, again, how it is written? V by V percentage, that would be equals to, and that would be equals to the volume of solute upon volume of solution, that is your total volume, into 100 for the percentage, and that is your formula. Simple as it is. right? I hope you understand what do you mean by volume percentage, right? Now again, this was the second part of the percentage, and here the third is your strength percentage, or I would say it is percentage by strength, or W by V, right? W by V. So what is the formula for, ma'am, W by V? That would be equals to the mass of solute in 100 gram of solution, right? So how it would be written, ma'am? What is W by V? W by V is the mass of solute upon volume of solution. So what is this, ma'am? Mass of weight of, I would say similar, M for also mass, weight of solute upon total volume of solution into 100. Right? I hope so you understand both of the formulas in some more details. If you wanted to write, you could write it. I'm going to have pause. So I hope so you have done. I'm going to erase it all. And now my topic is going to come with the effect of temperature on concentration terms. Ma'am, what is my topic? What is my topic? Effect of temperature on concentration term. Few points that is a very important and super crucial for all of us. That is number one is your very important that whenever we change something, what we change? When we change the volume changes if temperature increases. And what not changes is and mass remains same. मास पे किसी भी टाइप का कोई भी I would say action नहीं होता है. What act is volume only changes when there is an increase in temperature, right? Now my second point is, so ma'am, you have written this, so how we can conclude it? See, we have learned the concentration terms, right? We have learned from the starting, we have learned molarity, what more? Mole fraction, and weight by weight percentage, volume by volume percentage, and weight by, I would say, volume percentage. That is percentage by strength, right? So in this you can clearly see whichever the unit's gonna have the I would say the volume in them gonna change with the temperature, and whoever is gonna have the mass is not going to be changed, right? So here we have learned the definition for molarity. Let's have a quick revision, right? For molarity, so molarity again contains a number of moles upon liters, and here liters come, volume changes, so it would change, right? For small m, it comes mass upon number of moles upon weight of 1 kg. So solution, right? So it does not change because it contains mass, right? Not change. Similar goes for everyone. Here also number of mole comes, not change. Weight by weight, again not change. Volume change. Volume change. So remember it why I just told you the concentration term with behalf of that, right? So I hope so you understand this much. And again, there is a quick relation between your small m and your x. I forget to tell you in the between, but let's discuss it. If you wanted to write, you can write it. Now, आपने easy कर दिया how you can write it. You can go and pause the video and you can just write it, right? So let's move into the relation of small m and your x. What is my small m? Molality and your mole fraction. The relation is m is equals to x of b upon x of a into 1000 upon m of a. Ma'am, what is m of a again? M of b for molar fraction, m of b for molar mass of b of solute. Here m of a is a molar mass of your solvent, right? So this is the relation between your molality and your mole fraction. So these are relation why I'm discussing with you, because somewhat directly relation based question can come in your board, so you could have an eye upon, right? Right, so we have discussed the first relation. There are two more relations are also there. Let me discuss once again relations, right? Relations of concentration terms. So what are the relation? Relation number one we have discussed the between density and all over. So that would be equals to capital M is equals to percentage by mass into density into 10 upon M of P. So this was the first relation we have put in I. Second relation अभी हमने देखा is small m is equals to x of A upon x of B into 1000 upon M of A. Right? Now the third relation is between the. So यहाँ पे we have take the relation of mole fraction and small m, that is molality. Here the relation would be between capital M and capital M and this I would say mole fraction. That is m is equals to xp upon xa into volume into n of a. So this is the relation again. What is the relation? Capital M is equals to x of b upon x of a into volume into n of a. What is n of a? Number of moles of your solvent, volume in liter, and if taken in ml, multiply it with 1000 in the upper side, right? Fourth relation is very important again. What is the relation? That is between capital M, small m, and into density. Capital M, small m, and your density. It is super important. That is m is equals to md upon 1 plus m into m of b upon 1000. So very important. What is the relation? Capital M, right? Which is your molarity. Molarity is equals to small m into density upon 1 plus your small m again with the molar mass of your solute upon 1000. So this is the four relations that is crucial for all of us to put in your mind, right? I hope so. If you wanted to write it, you can write it clearly. And now I'm gonna erase it all, right? Now, one interesting topic arises, that is your equivalent mass. Ma'am, what is equivalent mass, right? What do you mean by equivalent mass? So, see it, right? What is, ma'am, equivalent mass? Equivalent mass basically is the mass of substance react with one react, and here also react या फिर produce करता है, or it displaces 1 gram of hydrogen, 6 gram of oxygen, 35.5 gram of chlorine, and so on, right? It is 8. So this is the equivalent mass. Now I didn't understand. Let's take the reaction to understand it. If you want to write the definition, you can go for it. See, if I take a reaction, right, like here it is, when N2 react with H2, it forms your NH2, right? When N2 react with H2, it forms 3, okay, it's 2 and it's 3, right? So this is a quite easy reaction, we all know. And now here I'm gonna ask it. Let's say it has 2 gram of mass. It has a 17 gram of mass. It has a 28 gram of mass. And you can clearly see it contains 1 mole. It contains 3 mole. It contains 2 mole. Right? Now if I ask you, please tell me what is the number of moles. Now we can clearly see 28 gram, not moles, right? 28 gram is reacting with the 2 gram of hydrogen, right? We can clearly see, I'm going to multiply it, right? 28 gram of oxygen is going to equal to the mole multiplied with the mass, that is your 3 to the 6. 6 gram of, I would say, mass. If I ask you the simple question, please let me know what would be 1 gram of mass for H2. You would say, ma'am, it's so simple. We will be multiplying 6 by 28. That is your 14 upon 3. Right? So this ratio that produces or displaces here not matters. What matters is this ratio of finding 1 gram of H2 due to the reaction is known due to the use of moles and mass is known as your equivalent mass. It would be more clear when we will be having the formula putting, but here look on. And if I ask you for this, like 6 gram is equals to 17, some is a 14 and 2 ones are 2 and 3, right? For 34 gram, what would be 1 gram of H2? You would say, ma'am, it would be equals to 34 by 6. That is equals to 14 by 3. Okay, 17 by 3. It would be the equivalent mass. Ma'am, so this is also equivalent mass, this is also equivalent mass. So it is unnecessary that both of the quantities or the values would be same. No. This equivalent is mass for N2 and this is by your NH3. So that's a difference. Ma'am, I again not understand. So if you are not able to understand, let me clear with the, I would say, the formula. And you would be having a more over clear eye. Now, what is the equivalent mass? That is the equivalent mass. It is the molar ratio of molar mass upon N factor. Now, I hope so you understand. Ma'am, I again not understand. See, it is so simple for understanding it. Like we have the reaction, I'm gonna put it again, N2 plus H2 and so on, right? Here what we did it for finding equivalent mass, we just did it that for 1 gram of H2, what we did it? We have the mass as 28 by, it was 3 or 2? It was 3, right? 6, okay. It was 6. So what was 6 as I have given 2 gram of mass to the hydrogen and the, I would say, moles of mass was 3. And we often know the number of moles is equals to the mass upon molar mass. For finding the molar mass, we are required to multiply both of them and you would get the molar mass. And, okay, so this was the molar mass. And for finding the N factor, yes, for finding the N factor, we came across, you would ask me, ma'am, what is the N factor, right? N factor basically is again divided into 2 types, that is your one acid, differs for acid and differs for base. For simple conclusion, I could say, like you have any compound made up of OH and the OH is 2 gram, right? There the moles of OHs are 2. So that would be the N factor of it. You would say, ma'am, again I don't understand. I will be telling it, as the N factor would not be able to clear it. We have required a brief intro of basicity, that is your acids N factor and acidity for your bases N factor, right? We will be having a moreover clear eye. So this is for all the formula for equivalent mass, that is the molar mass upon N factor. And I hope so this video gonna have the moreover increase. So I'll be pausing over here. I'll be back with the same topic again. I'll be discussing it. Don't worry, because when I will be having a quick off what is my N factor for, like जब भी OH आ जाएगा and H आ जाएगा, we're gonna have the I would say N factor according to the moles of it, right? So we will be putting an eye upon that also. And from this topic, we will be having molarity, normality, and moreover equivalent gram kya hota hai, then moreover topics that is gonna be coming over there, right? So till that, keep learning and stay tuned. And thank you for watching. And if you're new to my channel, do subscribe and share to the video. And they're not only physical chemistry, I'll be handling all over the subjects for 12th and 11th. Do watch the playlist. It is on the channel, right? If you want from me to make sure of another subject or the topics, do write in the comment below. I'll be providing it soon. Thank you for watching till that and keep learning. Bye-bye.